And, you know, from what I understand, he actually raped a young black girl. He forced a young black prostitute to get in his car. And, you know, I was wearing a fucking nice shirt and a MAGA hat, same fucking thing. And it's like, with that combo, you can't see I don't fucking like you. That's like a person wearing a Klan outfit and a black person trying to get close to him. You know, it's like, can't you see I don't like you? I don't care for your kind, period. You know, you heard what I said earlier about concentration camps and shit. But anyways, with that being said, Joe, with that being said, this motherfucker goes on to say to me, well, you're out here on the stroller, and I said, you wetback, beanbag motherfucker. This is why I feel strongly you should go back to your fucking country, and as a matter of fact, you're put in concentration camps. Do you not see the fucking combination of a MAGA hat and a fucking ice shirt? Do I look like a fucking prostitute to you? This should say, like that music group from New Orleans, no fucking limit. Like, no, get the fuck away from me. If you're a fucking beanie, get the fuck away from me. If you're a demon seed of Quetzalcoatl, get the fuck away from me. That's exactly what that should convey. Hey, sir, how you doing, brother? And he was having a hard time getting that because they automatically assume and feel entitled to black people's bodies. I'm going to say this as well. One thing I found out about him is that the wetback vibrates at a frequency of 4,200 in the spirit world, meaning they vibrate on the same frequency as at the sacral chakra. That's why they're obsessed with sex, and that's why they have a tendency, because I'm going to say this right now, whereas wetbacks come from a very dark place in the astral plane, black people are actually of God. That's one thing I found during this curse. We're actually direct of God. We weren't created like other groups of people. That's why we're hated and envied and mocked and copied. Meanwhile, they come from, I'm going to say this right now, when you die, you go into the subconscious. That's the chaos realms. A guy who I had a crush on back in the day, who was on Jurassic Park, that English actor, is funny, a lot of my white ancestors are from England, about a good 31%. You know, when I checked my ancestry, Sam, I forgot what his name was, Sam or something. He was on Jurassic Park. He was an actor. He said in that film, Event Horizon, he was talking about chaos. And the subconscious is chaotic because that's the hell regions. When you die, you go into your consciousness, and if you go into the subconscious, that's the hell regions. They're regions of chaos. They're hell. That's where the wetback comes from in the world. They come from the primordial darkness. That's where they were fashioned. They were fashioned directly by the lords of darkness, Zenu and Satan. That's why I don't care for them. That's why I don't deal with those motherfuckers. That's why I don't talk to them. They have a darkness about them. That's why they act like robots, and they make great hard workers, but not smart. I spiritually know the truth about them, which is why I don't care for them. So with that being said, you know, I'm probably going to do a whole article talking about wetbacks in the future and about their connection to the primordial darkness. It's deep. It goes very, very, very deep. Now, all right, so with that being said, they automatically assume, because they like to steal, look, their hypersexual ways comes from the fact that they come from darkness, that they're dark people, evil people. They're what I call genetic evil. And they like to connect, they like to steal energy, especially root chakra and sacral energy, through sex, because that's where they vibrate from, 4,200 hertz frequency. Again, that vibrates at the same frequency as the sacral chakra. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the video. So with that being said, let me go ahead and use what's left of my third eye to try to see exactly what awaits the collective. And what's today's date? We got June the 22nd, 2022. I see a lot of trudging along. I see a lot of trying to figure out exactly where you need to be and where you need to go. I see a lot of confusion. So from there, I'm seeing like a bridge. I'm seeing a major block, a roadblock situated with enemies that want to fuck with you and block your path. Much like in a way what's going on with me every time I try to escape this curse, them evil ass wetbacks keep pulling me back. I see you avoiding a major mishap, a major problem that can go awry, AWOL, that can go in the opposite direction. And I see you coming across a lot of help. It could be from family, good people, good well-wishers, people wishing you a lot of good luck. I see a major fight, and I see somebody pulling you into the doldrums and just making shit even fucking worse. But I ultimately see you pulling out. I'm going to say this. It's going to be a long and arduous fought road. But nothing is impossible. You know, like I said, Ezekiel something states itself that the power of God is within you. I also wear a MAGA hat and a nice shirt when dealing with it. That has spiritual significance. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to break down these cards. I feel like the pall of death has been lifted. Hey, brother, how you doing, sir? We're going to break down these cards. So in what they call that, the opposition, so what you got to fight against, we got the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like there's a deep setback that's going on that's orchestrated to block your path. I feel like you're trying to learn a new craft or something, and that there's something greatly hindering you from learning what you need to learn. But it's something simple. And it's something that can be worked on, removed, dealt with. So right here, in the present position, we got the Nine of Cups. And I feel that it's a false, I want to say happy, but it's happiness that's coming without knowing all the facts, without knowing what's going on, and getting a hang on what's really, really going on. I am hot, sweating, and like I said, a lot of my consciousness got caught out of me last night, so just bear with me. So in the future position, we got the Chariot, and I feel that that actually works adversely against you, like there's going to be a hindrance. And I feel some of them motherfuckers watching my tarot reading, you know, I hear that when I talk about something, they act on it. They're going to try to do something to fuck with me by hearing this reading. But I don't care. That's not going to stop me from speaking the truth and saying what's going on. So right here at the top, okay, so for what's going on in the subconscious, we got the Eight of Swords. And I feel, like I said before, there's a lot of confusion and a lot of concern about what's really going on and trying to gauge an issue accurately without pest involvement. Now, anyways, at the top, we got the goals. And the goals here represents, you know, I feel like you want to get to that precipice of happiness, but there's a lot more work that you got to do to get there. So, for advice, we got the Knight of Swords. And I feel that there's going to be somebody, a person, that's going to come through, a valiant person, and rescue you and help you out. You know, hopefully these people, you know, they're watching my shit. Hopefully they ain't trying to use this shit against me. Like I said, I'm not going to let them, because part of their dictum to their roach attachments was we don't want to see her use her spiritual powers, which they've done used and stolen against me, to do her own shit. And I'm not going to have the, hey, sir, how you doing? So anyways, we got the Queen of Swords. And I feel that the Queen of Swords, that represents the energy that's all around you. I actually saw a face that looked like a skeleton just now. And I feel that with the Queen of Swords, I feel like it's a lot of help, but it's just deceptive. I'm just feeling like there's a lot of deception. And you're going to have to fight to break through that deception. So anyways, right here we got the Star. And that's your fears and hopes card. And I feel that there's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of people who are watching you. And there's a lot of motherfuckers. I'm feeling like it's not that many, but there's a lot of people who love you and have your best interest at heart. And they want to see you rise up and thrive, ultimately. I just saw something right there. Like a skeleton. So anyways, right here, we got the Page of Swords. And that's going to be your outcome. And I feel like it's going to, there's some deception that's involved. It's going to be bittersweet. Be careful with that. And make sure that you accurately get what's done so that you can get ahead. I feel that it's going to be people trying to block your path and trying to block your stride and ultimately try to obfuscate you from seeing exactly what's going on. So that being said, if you want a more thorough tarot reading, please contact me at ravenbytarot22@yahoo.com. Peace.